Okay, for the next part of this tutorial, I'm going to show you the features of Dr. X. This is probably one of my favorite things. It's the easiest way to get some beats into a track, and even if you've made your own beats, using a Dr. X loop can be like the icing on a cake if you do it right. Okay, again, put on high quality interpolation by default, and Dr. X is pretty straightforward. Just browse for your loop. Now, one thing you might do if you've got a directory full of lots of loops like I do, is just select your loop. Okay, go down, start playing your track, and click on the preview button on Dr. X. Once you started on preview, you can just go select next loop with the down and up arrows here and listen to the previews change while you're doing it. Not really hearing this at the moment, so change some of the levels around. Oh, it's not connected again. Let me just start this again, because I know why it does it. It's because of this capture program. I think when you hold down the control or the shift key together and you create a device, that what happens is it creates it without automatically connecting it. So if I go this time again, it should be automatically connected. Yes, because Dr. X is listed up here. Okay, so let's just do that again. Browse for a loop. High quality interpolation and preview. There we go, easy. Now while you're previewing, you just go up and down through your loops, and it's the best way really, because you can hear exactly how it's going to sound with the material you've already written. As you can see, that's amp envelope. One way you can control the volume directly from there or on the mixer, it's up to you. I like that one, that's pretty good. Okay, so when you've found the loop that you're happy with, take off preview. Make sure you select it on the Dr. X track down here, for which the device is, and you can see because it's got a little window. I'll delete this one because that was left over. Don't delete the device. Now, what I can do here is just click the to track button. Now, while I've got Dr. X 1 selected, hit to track. Now, if you have a look down there, you can see it's laid down all the appropriate notes. Now, the interesting thing about Dr. X is, if we go to the edit mode, you have a look, it shows you all the slices of the individual beats. And I'll just make this a bit bigger. So you can see each slice you can actually play individually. Like so, and what you might have already realized by now is that gives you the flexibility to actually change this loop, or just drop certain parts of it out that you don't like. You can drop the last part of the beat in the bar if you like, and just like that. So you can get a whole bunch of easy variations doing it that way. Also, alternatively, you could load a Dr. X loop up in there, start blank, and just start putting in the samples in whatever timing that you want, create something totally different. So it's good because you can take a sample that somebody else has already done and put your own flavour on it. Now, other things you can do with this, which you can do on just about every device in Reason, is filters. We start playing, you can select what type of filter with the mode here. Low pass is generally default. And you can hear what that's doing there. I'll shove the resonance up a bit. You can get some interesting things with the band pass variation of the filter as well. Now something interesting you might want to do in some loops is put a LFO with a think on it. The rate's set at 2/4, so we'll shut the amount up. And it's oscillating, the LFO is controlling the oscillator at the moment, which will change the pitch of the loop, but we want the filter. You can hear what that's doing. You can choose a different waveform to get some different effects. Okay, that's not too bad. We'll stop that for the moment. Go back up here. I took the liberty of adding in another effect unit here using the same method I described before. This is the RV7000 reverb unit, and it is a pretty damn kick-ass piece of machine. If you want to go and make your own reverbs, click on the little triangle here, and you can adjust all of these. List what these knobs do here, and you can adjust all that and make really fancy EQs and reverbs and stuff. But I'll just leave it minimized to begin with because I'm pretty happy with the default one. And go up to Dr. Rex. We want to put some effects on this. So I'll put the reverb on, which is on auxiliary 2 at the moment. That's sounding alright. We're getting a bit of distortion though, so we'll turn down some of these levels a bit. So that's one of the ways you can use Dr. X. I usually use quite a few Dr. X. I haven't yet found the limit of devices you can add, because you can add another one. Have like 10 of them if you want. Let's find another loop. Voila! Now we've got a bit of a song happening. Now you want to create a bit of a song structure. What you can do, copy your whole section or just drag it across to the side. That didn't quite work. Select all of it. There we go. Now choose what we want to start with. So how about some of the weird surreal stuff first. Change the loop points just by clicking and dragging on them. Also handy to note that on the numeric keypad, 1 will jump to the beginning of the loop, 2 will jump to the end of the loop, 7 and 8 will jump back a bar or forward a bar, and the enter on the keypad is for play. Spacebar for stop and play. Okay, so we've got that there. Now it's just a matter of copying, pasting things. have it, there's a basic start to a song. Not too bad if I don't say myself. Now, show you some more advanced things. Let's go to the NNXT track. So select there and go to the key edit mode. Now, Reason has brilliant timing. It is really split-second timing, and you can do a lot of things with that. Up here, you'll notice you've got, well, that's your key to switch to arrange mode and edit mode. Show the key lane, which is on by default. If you take that off, you can see what happens. Show the Rex lane, that's if you've got a Rex loop, which we don't on this one. Show your drum lane if you've got a drum kit there, which we don't. Show velocity lane, which is on by default, and that velocity lane should be pretty self-explanatory. It just sets the level of the note usually, unless it's got something custom assigned to it. Pattern lane is when you're using the drum machine's pattern selection to do your sequencing, or the matrix, but won't really get into the matrix and you don't really need to use it. But one thing which is incredibly handy is this one here, which is show controller lane. This is where you get all the powerful things inside there. If we click on that, you notice these buttons will start to light up. Now, this one here will show all the controllers in the track when you click on it. So if you've recorded something in an automation of some filter, and you want to go see it, and you click on controllers, show controllers, and then you click on show controllers in track, and it'll show you what you've already drawn. This will show all the device controllers. Generally you don't want that because that just fills up the screen with lots of garbage. But you can pick from a drop down menu here all the controllers that you can choose for that particular device. Now, filter frequency is one I think we will want to check out. We go to the pencil tool, start drawing in here. You might notice there's a bit graininess, and that's because up here this little magnetic snap to grid button is set to 1/16, so that's the resolution it's going to snap to you. If we change this to say quarters and went to draw in here, you can see how it affects it. If you want totally smooth, take off the snap to grid option and just draw it freehand like that, and you'll get very smooth transitions. Let's have a quick listen. Probably not going to hear too much with the filter on this particular track due to the type of sound it is. Okay, so one thing I do want to demonstrate is the power of the timing. So we'll get rid of the filter frequency because we don't want to use that. So we go clear automation. That gets rid of it on the filter frequency track. Show controllers and lane. It disappears. We want to get the master volume. So we get the master volume. I'm going to get up here, put the snap to grid back on, and switch it to 30 seconds. Now, this is where it gets really cool. Drag this play position back to here. Go down. Select the pencil tool, and might want to magnify this a bit. Okay, so now we want one on, one off. So we'll start there and just, whoops, if you make a mistake you can go Control Z to take it away straight away. And because it's got the snap to grid in, it's going to create that perfect timing. Once you get, a couple down like that, what you can do is go up here, get your selection tool, drag your selection across there, and hold down Control to do your drag and drop operation, and you can make what was a really long, tedious task very short, quick, and easy one. And the effects you get from this are pretty good. Okay, let's have a quick listen. Whoops. Hit 7 to go back a bit. subtle. We'll have to copy a few more of them, I think, before we really hear that. This is a gating type effect. That's probably a bit subtle too. Anyway, the point is, if you do that on a strong synth sound or something like that, or even on vocals, works really good on vocals, you can get that sort of sound going on, and you can get them going really fast. You can change the timing to 16ths if you want to get something a bit more chunkier sounding. It's great on vocals. You can also use this same technique on the filter frequency controller, and the effects are quite good as well. I've tried that one myself and used that a couple of times actually. Very good. Let's try it with chunkier ones, see how it sounds. Okay. Actually, I'm a bit disappointed by that result. I was hoping to show you something a bit more flash. Well, we can copy that anyway and put it on another track even if we want. So let's just create a new track, and I'm going to open up a NNXT patch this time. Airy chords, that looks pretty good to me. Cool. I like that, that's good. Okay, let's drop in a note. And let's go for a bit soft, so let's pump up the volume a bit. And pump it up on the mixer again, because it's still not loud enough. And of course, if you don't like the sample, you can always change it while it's playing. Down arrow keys. That one's a bit of a stronger sound, so that should work quite well with this effect. So let's create a volume again, and if we go here, control paste, because I copied the master volume from the last track. There we go, there's the automation there. Now you can hear the effect of that a lot better, so you can see what I'm talking about. But I dare say actually that the slower bits sound better. So let's just make it the slower bits. Put that into a group as well. Idea of how you can use that snap to grid. You notice also in the arrange window, in the arrange mode, you can do that as well, and by default it's snap to bar. So sometimes I find I'm messing around and I hear like half a bar or something and I think that's fucking cool, I just want to copy that half a bar and have that half a bar looping. So you go down the half here, leave it on snap to grid, get your part that you like, so drag it over somewhere else safe, ungroup it, and then just select the half bar that you wanted and group it again, and there you have a half bar which you can use and loop just as you can see there. Easy. So we'll put that back onto a bar, leave that on as default for the time being. Okay, so that shows you how to use the controllers and also how to use the snap to grid there, which is pretty handy to know. The only other things left really to cover are the individual simps, which we'll go into in the next lesson.